All right, everybody, welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about the week one of the NFL season. It comes back Thursday, finally. We're just 2 days away. And there's a certain anticipation this time of year. I think everyone sees the leaves changing colors, and they know that can only mean one thing: football is back, and it's going to be back in a big way. Thursday evening, the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, two-time defending champ Chiefs. I actually see them losing this game. And it's not that big of a deal. I think they're a great team. They obviously have the best quarterback in the sport, the best coach in the sport as well. They're going to be just fine. They lost the season opener last year. I would definitely take the plus 3 points that we're getting with Baltimore right now. They're going to come in hungry. The way their season ended last year, that's still in the back of their mind. Another year of Zay Flowers. Really good offensive line, really good run game. Derrick Henry should kind of take some of the pounding away from Lamar, have another big body there that can take and absorb those hits. So I like Baltimore in this game. Not too many points. Both teams are really loaded on the defensive end. And then Philadelphia and Green Bay are also separated by a razor thin margin. Philadelphia is favored by 3, -3 is the spread right now. I would take that. I think they're going to come back with a bang for sure. I think more points in this game for sure. I can see them winning a 28-24 ball game. Jalen Hurts, another year in the system. The coordinating was not flawless last year at all, so I'm going to be completely real. They did get off to a good start record-wise, but it never looked like they were clicking on both sides of the ball. I have some concerns about their secondary, very young, very inexperienced, but they're going to be thrown not right into the fire with Jordan Love, and a lot of those wideouts in Green Bay have a lot of talent, but I think Philly is going to come in and try to make a statement week one. Pittsburgh, Atlanta. Obviously, Atlanta is coming off a great offseason. New franchise quarterback, Kirk Cousins, a lot of good signings for them, but they're also favored -3 by Vegas. I would go Pittsburgh here. I like Tomlin in season openers. I think he coaches up his guys really, really well. And I think Atlanta has some figuring out to do. I know they're going to win some games eventually, and they might, win their division probably, but I like Pittsburgh in this opener. It might be an Atlanta win, but I don't see them blowing out Pittsburgh. I think Tomlin is going to have his guys ready to play, a healthy roster, TJ Watt. They are on the road, but I like these conditions. This screams a Tomlin masterclass, and they scrape by with a win in week one. And Buffalo, Arizona. Buffalo is favored, rightfully so. -6. It's actually a big ask now that I think about it, but I think they do cover. I think they blow them out. Offensive explosion, if you will. 31-20, I think they win big. Josh does a good job of winning the games he's supposed to win for the most part. He does have a disastrous game every once in a while, but I think they're more than capable of winning this game at home. Their receiving core is definitely depleted, but Arizona's defense is the worst unit in the sport. So Kincaid might eat, and Khalil Shakir might eat. Josh Allen might win the game with his legs as well. He's got more than one way to beat you, so I like Buffalo in this game. I like Chicago in this game a ton. And actually that does feel kind of accurate. I don't see Tennessee putting up too many points. Chicago's defense played good football late last year. Caleb Williams is not just an infusion of youth, but an infusion of really, really high-end quarterback play. They're favored by 4. I think they can cover that for sure. The Titans are going to be a hard watch this year. They're really going to be a tough team to watch. Only their diehards might be tuning into their game. So a nice layup game for Caleb to start his career, and I think they're going to be 1-0 after week 1. And speaking of big discrepancies, Cincinnati with Joe Burrow coming back with the chip on his shoulder after a disastrous 23 season. Obviously, some chaos with the Jamar Chase contract saga going on, but I still like them to win big here. Um, they're favored by 8.5 at home. The Patriots are going to be better. I can see them winning a good 6 games here, but 6-11 season, I think that's a step in the right direction. If especially if Drake May shows flashes like I think he will, but they're not starting Drake May in week 1, and I think they're going to have a hard time moving the ball. Joe is going to move the ball at will. I think he puts up good 30 points. Let's go 31 points. And New England just going to be outmatched easily. Houston, Indianapolis, these games are always close. Houston should definitely be favored, but divisional round games, especially on the road, or divisional games on the road, are never a cakewalk for anyone. I don't care how good you are. Tom Brady struggled in those. But they should get the job done. But the line is currently -2.5, which seems about right. I think a field goal is going to decide this game. I'm tempted to pick Indianapolis, and I think I will. Anthony Richardson looked good early last year. I'm expecting them to have an exceptional run game. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Indianapolis with the week 1 upset. I think Houston is kind of in love with itself right now, and yeah, they're gonna be fine. They have a ton of talent, and they're gonna win a lot of games this year. But maybe a little reality check to make sure they're focused up for the new season. D'Amico trying to right the ship. But I like Indianapolis in this game. Expect a close game for sure. And I also like Jacksonville in this game. I'm really high on Trevor. I'm high on Doug Peterson as well. They were 8-3 last year, competing for the number 1 seed in the AFC before Trevor's injury. Vegas is giving them an entire 3.5 points to work with. I think they can absolutely cover, and they can absolutely win this game. It's in their home state. It's not that much of a trip. They're used to that humid Florida weather. I think it's going to be about the pass rush. I think I'm trusting Josh Allen to get home and disrupt Tua, get him off his spots at least a couple times in some big spots this game. And yeah, I'm going to go with Jacksonville. Definitely not by 12. Certainly not by 12, but neither of these defenses gifted. But I'm going to go with Jacksonville. Kind of an upset, and I think they're going to be good this year. Carolina, New Orleans might be a tough watch. New Orleans should win this game at home. Bryce Young, I expect him to be better. I don't think he's an exceptional quarterback, but I expect him to be better. This scoreline seems about right. Derek Carr versus Bryce Young. I will not be there. I will certainly not be tuning in, but I'll check the final score for sure. Minnesota in the Meadowlands. Sam Darnold against Daniel Jones. Minnesota is favored on the road, -1.5. Huh. Yeah, I think they cover. I can see them winning this game kind of comfortably, actually, maybe a 24-20. Justin Jefferson is unguardable. I don't care what corners you have, what safeties you have, how many people you have on him. He's going to get his money. He's going to get his catches. He's going to get his yards. I'm trusting Sam to distribute the ball. I'm trusting Minnesota to at least have some semblance of a running game. Take some pressure off Sam, give him some layups early, let him get his legs under him, get some confidence, and I think they're going to take care of business. The Giants also, I think, will be a tough watch this year. So they're definitely looking forward to the 2025 draft and maybe even at free agency with the Dak Prescott signing. But yeah, this is definitely not their year. Antonio Pierce's Las Vegas Raiders traveling to face Harbaugh and the Chargers. Yeah, I think Harbaugh's going to come out and make a statement. He's obviously an exceptional coach. He's going to get the very best out of Justin Herbert. Yeah, and I think the Chargers do cover in this as well. They're -3, but I know divisional games are always a little bit closer, but I don't see the talent with the Vegas this year. I just don't see it. Uh, yeah, I can see the Chargers winning by at least an entire touchdown. I worry about Herbert's receiving core. It's not gifted. There's not a lot of separators there. There's not a lot of great pairs of hands, but I'm going to trust them in this game that they're going to run the football behind that good O-line, revamped O-line with really, really great offensive tackles. That's where you win a lot of these games, in the trenches. So I'm going to trust them. Seattle, Denver, I like Seattle a lot. I think they can sneak into the postseason, cause some problems for the Rams and 49ers in that division. Geno is going to be playing in a new system this year. The system he was playing in last year didn't do him any favors. It wasn't too offensively inclined, and I expect their defense to also be coached up a little bit. Their secondary is really young, really talented, really quick. Tons of potential there. So I think they're going to take care of business here pretty handedly. Maybe put up a good 31 points. Denver's going to be trying to figure some things out with Bo Nix and a lot of their young pieces. So this feels like an easy win or a good spot to pick the Seattle Seahawks. Washington, Tampa. I'm kind of lost. I don't have too much of an inclination one way or the other. The line is -3.5 Tampa. I don't exactly trust them to cover that. I don't like Baker a ton. If they win, I don't think it's going to be by more than a field goal, but I can see them winning. Yeah, like a 25-22 ball game. Jaden Daniels is going to have to, I don't expect him to hit the ground running for sure. I don't think he's going to come out on fire to start off his career. He's going to learn under Dan Quinn for sure, and it's going to take some time, but the flashes, the athleticism, you're going to see that day one. So Dallas is going to win this game. It's a really good team in Dallas. It's a really great offense, actually. Really, really gifted quarterback and wide receiver tandem between Dak and CeeDee Lamb. I don't expect them to have too much rust. Cleveland's defense is scary, but I think Dallas can easily overcome that. Yeah, they're going to be in the mix all year. They're going to be certainly a playoff team in the mix in their division. And like they always are, Cleveland is. I worry about Cleveland wasting a potentially generational defense on with a subpar offense like they have with Deshaun Watson. So this is like a good spot for Dallas, and I think they're going to win this game. And I also think the Rams are going to win this game. I think they're going to cover and win. The Rams are one of the best teams in the sport this year. They should have one of the upper echelon offenses in the league. Matt Stafford and Puka and Cooper Kupp and Kyren Williams. So Sean McVay has the pieces. I trust him to orchestrate it well. I don't expect the Lions to take a step back. I think they're going to be in the mix as well. They should win their division, but I think they come out a little flat. They come out, and I don't think they're going to be ready for the punch that the Rams are going to throw. Stafford and McVay, they want a little bit of revenge for the playoff game last year, and I think they're going to get it. Probably like a 27-23 ball game in favor of the Rams. Ooh. My New York Jets in San Francisco, week 1 on Monday night. Where did I see an important week 1 game with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets? Oh, that's right, last year on Monday night, ending in an Achilles tear and a walk-off punt return touchdown win for the Jets over the Bills. I think they're going to scrape out a similar win. Nothing too sexy in week 1. Yeah, and I don't think they're going to need anything too sexy either. The Niners are good, both really good defenses. I like the defensive lines of both teams. The secondary for the Jets is obviously superior with Sauce and DJ Reed, but I think this is going to be an entertaining game as long as Aaron Rodgers comes out walking. After 4 quarters, I think the Jets have to feel good about their spot, where they are. If they win, that's just icing on the cake. But I think they're going to scrape out an ugly win and get their season started off well. The 49ers offseason has been a little bit chaotic, so maybe expect a little bit of rust. Trent Williams is still uncertain. Brandon Ayuk just signed recently. Purdy hasn't looked great in the preseason and in training camp, so I can see the Jets covering and winning this game. All right, thank you for watching these Week 1 predictions, and as always, if you differ in these opinions and these predictions from anything I said, please let me know in the comment section.